what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Man tries to tell his mom about his depression. This is what happens oftentimes when men try to open up. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Is desperate for her son, Ty, to get his life together. He has no job and no goals. Lavinia, what was Ty like as a child?
I'm a single parent. I had to work. This kid would pick up his two little sisters, make sure that they eat, make sure that their homework was done. If I had to stay late, he'd make sure they took a bath and put them to sleep. And then he changed.
Ty, you're getting really emotional right now, and so am I, because...
Yeah, I did change, and I'm still that kid. I'm still that kid.
I haven't seen him in 10 years.
I'm still that kid. I'm tired. I'm depressed. I'm tired.
There you go. Okay.
I'm tired.
Notice the things she said he used to do as a kid, right? She's a single mom, does not have a father, but was still expected as a kid to fulfill that fatherly role. Problem number one. Let's keep listening.
I'm just tired. I'm hurt. I've been through stuff in my life.
Because
No, that's personal. No, it don't even matter about none of that.
It does matter.
No, listen, it does. It does. But I'm tired. Like I said, I'm depressed. I have personal things going on. Sometimes that
Tell us what those personal things are.
That can stop people. Me being depressed.
What are those personal things you're going through?
Like-
Stop yelling about them and tell us about it.
All right, like my personal stuff. Like I never really had friends, and then when I got around friends, I basically always did exactly. I always had to like. It's like I feel like you gave me everything, but you kind of gave me too much. But because you gave me too much, my friends were jealous of me. I always had fake friends around me. So that's what I'm saying. It's cool that you did that, but you also got to understand what that brings, what that attracts, Mark. You got to feel me on that. That's what I'm saying.
You got some twisted logic going on here. That's some twisted
like,
logic.
I'm just saying, it's mental things that can mess with.
Okay,
it's mental things that bothers me in the physical world.
You're telling us that you're depressed.
I don't have motivation. How can I have?
Hold on a second. My man here just tried to honestly express his experience of being given too much, which this is what single mothers do a lot of the times. They spoil their sons. Their sons become ungrateful. And he said, I was given too much, did too much for me, and it backfired against me. Regardless of whether you may disagree or agree with that in specific, the way that all those women reacted on that panel to just shout him down as soon as he started to open up is wrong, right? Let's keep listening.
Motivation, yes. How can I have my motivation when everything is handed to me?
Right, so you're telling us that you're depressed.
Yeah, I'm depressed.
He said it himself, and I was going to say it, but he said it himself. So I'm right along there with you, bro. He said, how can I have motivation when everything is handed to me? You know who understands that a man must go out here and get it? A man. So all you single women who are out here thinking you can do it on your own, you're producing this. And this man here is smart enough to realize that it him up. Women, you are not men. You're not men, and you cannot fulfill that fatherly role. A man knows when he's doing too much for his son. And again, he said he lacked motivation. He understood that. He needed to learn how to go out and get it on his own. But they're just being so dismissive with him as he's sharing his experience. Let's get back into it.
I'm always depressed. I'm in a dark spot. I know I'm in a dark spot, and I've been there for a long time.
But Ty, that's still no reason that if you feel that and you're a dark place, to take that out on your mother.
That's my best friend, yo. That's my best friend. I can't even talk to my mom.
Okay, hold up. So has he had a problem with alcohol?
Imagine there was a panel and the woman was on here and she said she felt depressed. And she started crying. Do you honestly think, be honest guys, this panel would have reacted the same way towards that woman? The way that they react right now to this young man. Do you really believe that? Because I know that's not true. The man can't even express himself. It's not good enough. Oh, I'm going through depression. That's still no excuse. Come on. Let's keep listening.
He has a problem with alcohol. He's an alcoholic.
Ty, when did you start drinking? How old were you?
Probably 13.
13, okay.
Probably
That's
13.
Very early.
She be drinking with me. She put me on.
I put you on at 13?
She put me on. Yeah.
You're a liar.
Lavinia, how much is he drinking?
He drinks 5 to 6 bottles, and the bottles is like this, like the 40
years
ounces.
ago.
Oh, he's chugging some 40 ounces?
Yeah,
The
we
40
did
ounces.
that
Years ago, I was like 17,
The
19.
That's a lie. 5
Really?
and 6, I promise you.
But we skipped over the fact that she put him on, like he said, right? We're just gonna skip over that.
You, Vivica. 5 to 6.
I would throw up
a
now.
day.
I would throw up. If I tried that now, I would throw up now.
no.
If I tried that now,
that's a long
I'm telling
list.
you.
That's binge drinking.
Let me tell
5
you
to 6
something.
drinks
Y'all
is
bill that
binge
y'all have, he's only been here a day and a half.
drinking. Right.
So tell us, you stayed at a hotel that the show put you up in, and you ran up almost a $200 bar bill.
Here, let's talk about it. One bottle of whiskey, $60. One bottle of premium tequila, $71.18. One bottle of regular tequila, $17.52. We got some beer, a couple soft drinks, and an
Hi,
orange juice.
I have a question for you.
The man needs help. Obviously, that is not healthy, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You did this yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
Why would you think that's okay?
I didn't. I wasn't thinking.
You just did it.
I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking.
But did
I
you
saw
drink
it.
all
I
that
saw it. I
liquor by
saw it.
yourself?
No, I had friends with me.
On our tab, you know, Vivica, I want to say, I don't feel anything. This is all something that, as an alcoholic, I'm very familiar with. It's the woe is me story, the oh, I'm so sorry, well, feel sorry for me because I was deprived of this, that, and the other thing, and I was raised really well, just like this kid was.
Guys, this is so upsetting that all I can do right now is laugh. This kid was raised well in a single mother household. Ma'am, shut up. How could she say that?
This is all, I don't feel any emotion toward him right now.
Why?
Because it's all a game. It's all his
For him
MO.
to get his way?
His MO. His manipulation of his, I would cry. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm never going to drink again. I'm never going to drive.
Wow. 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 I am legit blown away. Blown away. This is disheartening. First off, being raised up in a single mother household, regardless of how great you think you did, your kids will have problems as a result of that. A lot of them drug-related problems, a lot of them abuse of alcohol. And I'm not saying that he's not responsible for himself and he shouldn't work on himself. But to act like he had an ideal situation growing up is ridiculous, especially since he's venting and opening up about his past, right? Again, this is why men need fathers. As always, the internet did respond, and a lot of people had a lot to say about this situation. Let's check out these comments and see what the people have to say. First comment here comes from the spiritual word. It says, for your information, the woman who felt nothing was a judge for over 25 years. Wow. Next comment here from another woman says, I'm at a loss of words. This man is crying out to be understood. Instead, he's being attacked. Sad face. A woman responded back to her and said, right, his feelings should have been validated, not questioned. With sad emojis, so sad. Another woman here says, this is why men, especially black men, do not express their feelings. Very true. And finally, the last comment here says, unfortunately for us, men, we don't get to have sob stories. He got to man up and deal with this shit. This is coming from a fellow man. And dealing with it doesn't mean holding it and pinning it inside, gentlemen. There is therapy. And if you can't afford therapy, do your absolute best to try and have male friends who you could talk about the situations from the past about. You don't have to just pin it down. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news here and just give you guys straight black coffee.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
But a lot of women out here who see a man react in this way, they have the same reaction. The difference with this is it was on camera and people were able to catch, to see the type of lack of sympathy a man has who cries about his past experience. Are there good women out there who understand? Very few and far in between who can see through this situation. Next comment here from another person says, yeah, this is so sad. First of all, they're not trying to hear him out at all. They just see he has a drinking issue and that's all they need to hear. Second, the mother needs to take accountability for her putting so much pressure on her son to raise his other siblings. Yes, you need a husband. Stop turning your son into your husband. This comment goes on to read, he had to grow up fast. He wasn't able to be his own kid, which can result in trauma and depression. God bless him, because wow. What's crazy about what she said is she almost like expected him to take up that role of like a father, right? She said, oh, he used to take care of the kids, but all of a sudden he stopped. How dare he be a child? Another woman here says they're not showing 1 ounce of compassion or emotional maturity. We need to stop wondering why men don't open up when they're treated like this when they attempt to. Hold space for Black men where they can express loneliness, depression, addiction, and sadness. Next comment here says, what? They bypassed his mom drinking with him as a child? So much wrong on this show. Yeah, I hope someone who can help him sees this clip. So guys, what happened next is, I believe the main host of that show is VIVICA Fox. If you guys know anything about VIVICA Fox, she's a bitter woman. She's a bitter woman. This is the same woman who celebrated the fact that Kevin Samuels died. Right? She thought he deserved it. She pretty much joked around about that. That's the type of person who is running that show. So you already know what we're dealing with here. A lot of people showed their disgust towards her on Twitter. This Twitter user tagged all the people and panelists on that show and says, at Miss Vivica, Ariva, Martin, Judge, Scary Mary, name is fitting in parentheses, Dr. Judy Ho. She said, all women who participated in the ridiculing and tearing down of a man who needed emotional support, love, and listening, compassionate ears, all of these women and his mother failed him. So Vivica Fox actually responded back to that Twitter comment and said, to every single one of delusional idiots that went digging for a clip 5 damn years ago, I'm going to take the time to block each and every one of you from trying to insult my character. Merry Christmas, B, with the peace emojis and the laughing emojis. See what you're dealing with here? You guys see the level of bitterness, not caring? She still has no sympathy after this clip resurfaces of Vivica Fox. She's not a good woman at all. And listen, I rarely like say that about even women who I'm reacting to on my platform, but bitter woman. She went on to say, I'm gonna address this one time only to all of you negative clout chasers looking for a response. That's a small clip of a show from 5 years ago. Where am I attacking him? I was in tears at his pain. Did you see the full show? We got him therapy. You're creating a false narrative. No. You still don't have remorse, Vivica Fox. Right? And listen, I'm glad that this panelist is finally getting justice for that clip, because how many times have we seen women pull up old shit of men from the past and try to use it against them today? Right? So, hey, now it's on the coffee pot. Hit that like button. Listen, you hit that like button, you get the word out, this video could go viral. Make sure you hit that like button and get this shit out. Because I'm slightly triggered. Another woman here responded and said, please go ahead and block me. You should be ashamed of yourself. 5 years ago, don't make a damn difference. Yeah. Another chick here says, first mistake was getting on a platform full of anti-black misandrists. Very true. This woman is a misandrist. She goes on to say they would not empathize with him regardless of the very valid emotional abuse and trauma that he is clearly suffering from. Pray this man finds a healthy outlet and someone who will validate him. Next comment from a man says, Ninja went on TV with Vivica Fox and his mother expecting real discourse. I don't know why meeting people where they are is so controversial in our community. Vivica A. Fox couldn't mediate shit for me. LMAO. Another woman here says, you failed this young man with your virtue signaling false empathy, Vivica Fox, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Tough love is not negating the very real trauma that led to this young man's addiction. How dare you? Next, another woman here says, Vivica Fox shouldn't have a show that deals with topics that should be addressed in therapy. Y'all are not Lianla. I don't know what that is. I probably said that wrong. Fix my life. That's why the panel on the show is getting dragged, because y'all shat on a man whose mom made him raise her children and is now an alcoholic. F y'all. Finally, the last comment here says, imagine you're telling your mom how depressed you are on national TV and Vivica Fox call signs say, yes, good. Here's your alcohol bill you ran up last night, loser. The laughing emoji, he says, wow, man. Finally, the last comment here says, Vivica Fox is such a nasty person. Y'all don't see that man hurting? Try to see where he's coming from instead of automatically siding with the mother. Two things can be true at once. As someone who was depressed for over 11 years, this hurts. I pray God heals his heart. Yeah, man. I want to say I'm surprised, but seeing Vivica Fox on this panel and seeing that she was kind of heading this show, which I've never seen before, did not surprise me. I hope that man found some help and is in a better place. I hope he's in a better place. Listen, this society has gotten so used to putting the burden and blaming everybody in a single mother household except for the single mother. Except for the single mother. Families need men. They need husbands. And if you're not going to get married, stop having kids. Stop having kids. Why? Because you're going to produce this. And then you have the nerve to blame the young man from being effed up from his unbalanced childhood. Listen, guys, as always, curious to know what you think. Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.